Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be not talking about modeling, not doing any modeling. Actually, I'm going to be talking about Lego. But I just wanted to show off this little gun here because I'm pretty proud of it. It's from ESCI. I think they do a lot of 1/72 stuff, but I got this at a local, like, antique flea market place. Um, it was kind of weird. I've never seen a model packaged like this before, where the gun was in like the same box as the figures, but the way it was molded was just kind of strange. Like the whole cannon, I mean, this is a pretty small cannon, but the whole cannon was on one sprue. Um, and I've only ever put together one other gun before, which was a German anti-tank gun, and that was two sprues and a sprue of figures. Um, and yeah, this is pretty small. Uh, here it is next to an eraser, half of an eraser, if you don't know. So yeah, but the cannon is pretty tiny, but I just thought it was kind of strange how uh it was just packed very oddly. But I mean, it looks good, right? That's all that I really care about. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that and show it off because I think it came out pretty good. I did some work with my airbrush on it. I want to hit that spot right there. Um, like right in that area where there's just no camo. I want to hit that and just give it a little bit of color so that it's not just very static. But I think it came out okay. It looks good enough for me. So, yeah. And I don't think I've shown off before, but I switched my airbrush. Um, so I don't use the same one that I have been using in the past. Now I use this guy. It's an Avanti, like my other one. But my other one kind of was giving me some problems, so I switched to this one. And I like this a lot more than the other one. This is the one that I just showed off is $30, and the other one that I have came with the air compressor. So yeah, so that was that was what I've been working on, and a stop motion. I'm gonna be uploading a stop motion project that I've been working on for a while. That's gonna get uploaded pretty soon. Um, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. And when that's all done, I'll get back to my normal like upload schedule because I haven't uploaded in a while. But I just wanted to show off a couple of Lego sets that I think are really cool because I made a video talking about like what I think about old Lego versus newer Lego. And I feel like that video was kind of negative, and I didn't really want it to be negative. I just wanted it to be like, where do I think they can improve? Because nobody asked, but I made it anyway. Um, and I think that my opinions on like newer Lego, of course, I think they could do better. Um, but I don't want to sound like I hate them, right? Like, of course, not every company makes perfect stuff, and I think Lego is just going through like a weird phase right now where a lot of their products are just like, in my opinion, as someone who's been collecting since, I was a little kid, I think it's just strange to me how older products are better. And I'm not talking about like, the helmet holes on the clone helmets like being in a different spot. I don't really care about that. For me it's more about like just the sets are getting smaller. And I really don't like their move away from uh like cloth waist capes on the clone troopers, and Star Wars and Castle are like my main themes, and they don't make Castle sets for the most part, and Star Wars is kind of like not my favorite right now. So I just haven't really been buying a lot of Lego, but I did want to show off a couple of sets that I think are really cool. Some stuff that I think is a really good value, and I'm gonna start with this monster truck here from City. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I got it as a birthday gift last year. And it's really fun. In the stop motion that I'm making, I actually haven't finished filming it. But I think when I am done filming it, I think I'm going to, or, well, like, when I film again, rather, not when I'm done, but when I film again, I think I'm going to incorporate this into the stop motion somehow. You'll see, like, how the driver ties into the story. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. I think it's coming out pretty good right now, but, anyway, about the set, I think it's pretty cool. You know, I think it's like a $15 set. I would definitely say this is worth my $15. I would spend $15 on this. Um, Looks good from all angles, you know. I did actually swap out a couple pieces on it. Um, Anybody who collects Lego these days knows that they kind of like to sprinkle a lot of colors into their sets that don't really belong. And there was a visible, I think it was like green or something inside of the hood of this car, and I just thought it was kind of weird, but I don't remember where it was. It was somewhere on the underside. Yeah, it was that tile right there. This like black tile. Let me see if the light will hit it. Yeah, that piece right there was green, and I don't know why they did that. I don't know if the green parts are cheaper to make than the black parts. I don't know why. But it was green for some reason, and I just swapped it out. I would recommend doing the same thing because green looks really ugly against a black and blue color scheme. So, yeah, but I like this one a lot. And the driver looks pretty good too. Don't think I'll forget about him. Of course, it's being piloted by none other than Han Solo from 2001. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, for those who don't know, the headpiece on the minifigure is Han Solo. So that's the joke. But the torso print looks good. It's a pretty simple minifigure. You know, I like simpler minifigures. Sometimes I don't really. I don't want my minifigure to be like hyper realistic. I prefer the older look of figures. When it comes to something like that, because I just imagine like Lego kind of looks a little bit cartoony in my opinion, and they don't really need to be hyper realistic with the detailing, so that kind of thing I like a lot. So I thought the torso looked kind of like, you know, older style, so I put an older style head on the figure. And yeah, I think this one looks really good, so I'll move this out and bring in the next set, which is Iron Man. Wait, I gotta move the camera. It's Iron Man and his mech. So, yeah, he's standing up because this is my second time shooting this. Because I accidentally stopped the recording the first time. So, yeah, but there we go. That's how he's actually supposed to be sitting in there. I did not buy this one for myself, but it was $10. And it came with two minifigures, actually. It came with Iron Man and an Ultron. And I don't know where the Ultron figure went. Oh, he's right here. I got him. So, yeah, it came with this Ultron figure as well, who looks really good, might I add. I might use this guy for some custom parts because I like the silver. But, yeah, the main focus for me is the build. And the minifigures, of course. I think the Iron Man looks really good. I like the printing on the helmet. I like the mold for the helmet. The faceplate flips up. It's pretty cool. Range of motion, you know, typically is, like, pretty limited. It's what we've come to expect from, like, small Lego mechs like this. Nothing at the knees or elbows. The shoulder's on a ball joint, so it gets all sorts of range of motion. The minifigure poses normally. The torso has a 360-degree swivel. The leg is on a ball joint, but it is restricted going forward because of that panel right there. And then the ankles are at a ball joint and they swivel as well. So, pretty simple little build, but it looks good. I'll mod it eventually, probably with a friend. My friend Xformer made this, which if you've seen my first video, the stop motion that I recorded in Spanish, This is the mech that was in that video, so, you know, pretty cool stuff. I like this build. He did a very, very good job. I'm very proud to have it in my collection. A lot of cool techniques on this one. The rocket launcher is made of, like, droid legs, so that's pretty awesome. And then the missile launchers, he put a lot of attention into the cannon that's on the arm, which looks like super, super, like, scrapped. Or not scrapped, but, like, improvised, you know? If you turn it around, there's all these, like, cables and stuff on the back, which is super, super cool. This was, at one point, Luke Skywalker's mech for his X-Wing, which I prefer the vehicle mech builds over the character mech builds. I think the X-Wing makes more sense to be a Luke Skywalker mech than just making it look like him. And I hope they do that in the future for the next mech sets that they make. I don't know. I have all of the Star Wars mechs because I think they're cool. I'd rather get a mech than a microfighter because I can, you know, kind of mess around with the mech and make it look cool. A microfighter is kind of just parts. And it is cheaper, but I'd prefer to get, like, the mech set for the minifigure over the microfighter for the minifigure, even though the microfighter is cheaper. So yeah, that's just the mech segment of the video. Next set up is the Pagani Utopia, I think is the name of this car. For the Speed Champions theme, it looks really cool. I like Speed Champions for the building techniques, to be honest. They look really good. It looks a lot like the actual vehicle in real life. I mean, there's not a lot that can be said about it, you know. It's a Lego car. It was $25. I think it's really good value for $25. The car looks good. It was fun to build. The minifigure is really, really high quality, which I'll show off here. So, there you go. That's the figure. I think he has two faces. This is the guy... No, he doesn't. It's the guy from Lego City Undercover. If anyone's played that game, great game. I love it. There's a glare on his visor, actually, which is kind of annoying, but I don't think I'm going to be able to block the glare. Or no, it's from the window. I don't know. But it looks cool. It says Pagani on his shirt right there, in case you can't read that. So, yeah, pretty cool figure. Pretty cool vehicle. Not a lot of stickers with this one. That is the only thing that I think is a major, like, you know, thing for people is the Speed Champion sets tend to be very sticker heavy. There's a lot of stickers in the Speed Champions sets, so if you don't like stickers in your Lego sets, kind of stay away from Speed Champions because they are loaded. So, yeah, that's really the only bad thing that I would say. But, yeah, the set looks great, figure looks great, great value overall, and a lot of the sets actually end up getting clearance down to like $20 if they don't sell. So, if you wait, which I would say Lego is a toy that's like fairly safe to wait on. You know, I find that the sets oftentimes stay on shelves quite a long time. I mean, maybe if you live in, like, you know, New York City, there might be more competition than if you live in, like, a small town. But, yeah, typically with Lego, it's like you're fine to wait. You know, it's not going to kill you. It's not like you won't be able to find the set. So, that's good that they've got solid distribution. The next set that I'm going to bring in, I actually don't know the name of it, but it's a city set. I got it for $20. It's this RV here, this, like, adventure vehicle. I like it a lot. It's really cool. This is probably my favorite set I'm going to show off in this video. And this will also be the last set that I'm going to show off. I'll end it on my favorite. I might show off a couple other things just before I go, because I want to show them off, and I don't really have another video to do that, so this will be the one. But the This one's really cool. I like it a lot. It's got a lot of cool play features. I think it's built very well. It looks very good. Oops. It kind of likes to roll off things, but it's got these two crates on the top. A little sneak peek for my stop motion. That's gonna be coming out. You know, this crate right here is full of guns. So there's a little teaser for my stop motion. But yeah, so the whole top comes off. And on the inside, there's a compass and a sniper rifle. And the figure is, I'm pretty sure, just like a palette swap of another figure, if I'm not mistaken. It's also the dude from Lego City Undercover. I believe he's got the same face as... Yeah, it's the same guy. So this dude is apparently quite popular in Lego. He's a Pagani driver, and he's also a seasoned criminal. So, yeah, he looks really cool, but I believe the vest, or the torso print, is just like, was originally blue, and then they just made the shirt red. I'm almost 100% sure I have another shirt exactly like this, or another torso print exactly like this, that's just blue instead of orange. But the figure looks good. It fits the vehicle very well. I don't really care if it's just a recolor. There's a couple cool, like, fun little play feature things. So, I'll put him back in. It can seat two. And if you don't want the crates on top either, you can put them in the back. And they kind of lay over this, like, bed that's in the back. Wait, can you put them in the back? No, you can't. You can only put one in the back. So you can put one in the back and one on top. Or no, you can put both of them in the back. It just takes a little bit of finagling. But there you go. And it looks really, really cool like that. So, but the features. So if you turn this dial, the hood pops up. It's a little bit difficult to do. It's built out of, like, kind of Technic. I don't know. It's got this piece in there that I've never seen before, which is pretty cool. So, again, I'll just show that off. It just lifts up. And then the tow hook pulls out. It goes about 8 inches. So, that's pretty cool. If I had to... That's at least from memory. I don't actually know how far it goes out. It's probably around 8 inches. But I'm not 100% certain. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, that's all I can really say. It's a fun vehicle. $20 for City. It's scaled well to the other City vehicles, you know. It was, like, I think that's where City really excels, is with their vehicles. Just, like, affordable little builds like this that are really, really cool. I think a lot of the buildings for City are just not my favorite. I'd rather get a creator set, because a lot of the City buildings are just like a wall and then a little bit of interior and then like a vehicle side build. Just not really my thing. Some of them are cool, but not all of them. So most of them not really for me. But yeah, that's really about it for the Lego stuff. Some things to I guess keep in mind for the future. I did put this plane together that I kind of wanted to show off, and I don't really have another video that I think I'm going to make with it. So, yeah, that's the plane. For all the G.I. Joe fans out there, I painted the pilot to look like the G.I. Joe fighter pilot, if the camera will focus. There we go. So, that's pretty cool, I think. And it looks like I'm shaking a lot, but it's because the camera's so zoomed in. But yeah, the plane looks pretty good. I don't know what that is called, actually. Wait, I can tell you. I have the box right here. It is an Airfix Hawker Hunter FGA9. So yeah, it's got a monster decal sheet. For a 1/72 scale plane, that is a pretty large array of decals, so that's going to be fun. But, yeah, I did the camo with my airbrush. It's not done. I might go back and hit it again, or I might just say, you know, whatever, and throw the decals on it and call it a day, but I think it looks decent. I do have the windscreen, although it did fall off. But yeah, I have to paint the nose black, and then, like, the very end of it, I think that's called the nose, I don't know. Again, X-Former would know. He's a plain guy, so, yeah, but it was a pretty fun build. It was Airfix. It's old. I believe this is an older model, if I had to guess. But yeah, 1/72nd scale jet looks really, really cool, so, yeah, I like it. Some other stuff that I can show off. I am working on... probably not going to feature it on the channel. I might have already made a video on it. I have really bad memory of stuff that I've worked on. But something that I have, you know, been doodling with here and there is this Panzerkampfwagen. I think I might have already shown this off, but I think it came out okay. I've got to do some more red. Like right there's a bald spot. Right there on the front, you can see where, like, there was red at one point, and now there's just, like, not. So, yeah, like, right in there, I'll do some red. Probably up on the side right there. Just so that it doesn't look like, you know, the tank is bald. I don't really want that. So, yeah, and then I'll do some dirtying and some weathering, but I'm probably not going to show it off again. This will probably be the last you see of it, but I just wanted to kind of show that, because I think it came out really well. What else can I show here? Yeah, that's probably really about it. I'm working on restoring this vehicle here. I don't know who made it, but it's not mine, actually. When my dad was a kid, he inherited a bunch of models from a friend of his. He bought them off of him, that were previously owned by a teacher in their school, who gave them to them, basically. And this was one of the models, and I actually have no idea. If anyone watching this knows what vehicle this is, please comment. I really would like to know, like, a reference. So, yeah, this is a really cool set. It's not a German vehicle, it's British. That's a good place to start for anyone looking. But it's got no bottom to the turret, so I've got to figure out a way to fix it to the body. And then the underside is not painted, which I think is just a big no-no. That has to be painted. There's nothing on top. It looks like something was there at one point and is no longer there. So, yeah, that's lovely. And then the front, there was, like, a bunch of spots. So I just kind of hit it with, like, a base coat of green with my airbrush, and then I'm going to go over it with a Tamiya color, that will hopefully make it look better. And then, yeah, there was some sanding that had to be done because there was some residue there. Whoever made this, it looks like they joined the wheels together with, like, a straw. I'm also pretty sure this is a Tamiya, because Tamiya likes to put battery-operated stuff in models that aren't battery-operated. And this looks like it was battery-operated at one point, because you can see where the batteries would have rested, and then, like, right there on the bottom is the on-off switch. So, yeah, if anyone knows, let me know in the comments, please. I beg. But yeah, that's just something I'm working on. Again, I might show it off again. I might not. I don't really know yet. And other than that, I'll leave you with a model that a friend of mine painted that I think looks really cool, which is this knight. So, there you go. That's the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one.